It's almost numbing how much stuff goes on. That's why this is a gaming channel, and every once in a while we'll hop in and see what's going on. Four civilians, one in I. Oh my. Yeah, I heard about
And welcome to
this.
Hannity AM. We begin with this Fox News alert. A brazen act of violence in Midtown Manhattan in New York City. Multiple people have been shot after a suspect seen right there walked through the center of New York City carrying what is a long rifle and then opened fire inside an office building. The shooter then reportedly shot and killed himself. This picture was obtained by the New York Post. Joining us now on the ground with the very latest tonight is Alexis McAdams is with us. Alexis, what's going on?
Hey, Sean, so I just want to set it up for people who are watching at home and show what's happening in Midtown Manhattan after this happened. So I'm going to show you over here. You can see the crime scene tape, and then you can take a look at that building that's just down here in Midtown. So what we know is one cop was shot and killed, okay? She was a female NYPD cop who was working security. We also know 4 other people, according
I'm not gonna say it.
to NYPD sources, Sean, were killed inside of that building. That means people that were there to work, okay? This happened 6 o'clock, 6:30 today in Midtown. People were in that building. They were working hard. Most of the people in finance, which was also in the building, don't leave until way later. So this guy goes in, according to the NYPD sources, goes in down here with this long range, I guess a long rifle, and
Yeah, it looks like an AR style rifle or some kind of a person that doesn't know anything about guns would say that looks like an assault rifle.
opens fire. First, he shoots one officer in the lobby. That's the female officer who was working security. I'm told, she was working this for extra hours, extra money, and she gets shot and killed right in the lobby. Then he goes right up
Jesus.
into this Midtown Manhattan skyrise, going up the elevator. Guess he didn't need a key card, according to witnesses, and shoots other people. At least 4 people were shot inside of that building. We're told 3 of them, Sean, were taken to a local hospital, and they didn't make it. And then one person who was working at that building just died right there on scene. This guy goes up to the 33rd floor, and turns that rifle on himself and kills himself. So he
Good, we don't have to take care of him for 30 plus years because he looks obviously like a young guy. Fuck this guy, he's an asshole.
barricaded himself inside of an office building in there, according
This might be an unpopular take. Wouldn't it be a good thing if the general public held more handguns? Like, even in a work environment. I'm not saying you should bring your gun to work. I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying is it would be nice to have some businesses be open to the fact that there are bad things that happen in the world. And if they would allow some employees that had handgun permits, license to carry, license to conceal, those specific employees, if they allowed those specific employees to carry within their business, that's free security. And you'd be surprised how many citizens would do that. It's a win-win. The business gets free security knowing the fact that one of their employees has a handgun, so it's no longer a quote-unquote soft target. It's more of a hard target, so there's less people like this coming along and be like, oh, that's a place that has no guns. No one's going to attack me. This will be easy. Compared to, ooh, man, I don't really want to go over there because they got guns and they'll shoot me too. Example. When was the last time a criminal like this, or someone like this, or just anybody in general, went to a police station and started shooting cops? When was the last example of that? I can't hear of any. I can't find any. I can't remember any. Do you know why? Because it's a hard target and it's a freaking police station. Who wants to go shoot up a cop station? They'll die. It's the same idea. If you have a hard target like a police station, no one's going to go shooting at it. But if you have a soft target, God forbid, like a school, you're going to have people come in and shoot the place up. Thank God we have some cops in our schools now, which makes said soft target a hard target. In my opinion, it needs to be harder. I think there needs to be more enforcement, law enforcement, and security in schools. I don't think it should be like a prison with the gates. I remember going to high school, going to middle school with no fences and gates around the premises. Now it's completely locked up like Fort Knox. It's ridiculous. Moving on from that, you make businesses have the ability to allow their employees to carry, and that makes their business a hard target. And again, people like this don't go to hard targets, they go to soft targets. And what I mean by hard target is a building or a place or a location that is like a police station, my example earlier. So moving on from that, I think businesses should be allowed to allow their employees to carry within their business. And I think they should actually encourage it. Because truly, I think it's a win-win-win-win-win all around, except for the employees that really hate their boss.
The NYPD guys who are working the scene right now that I was talking to, they said he doesn't have any connection to this building, any of the offices, the big name offices that we know are in there, like NFL and some of the other finance offices. So they don't know why he was in New York. They don't know how he was able to just go right up. We talk about security and safety, you know, when it comes to active shooting situations. They want to know how was he able to get up 33 floors and then shoot himself inside that room. But you got to send your thoughts and prayers to this NYPD office.
He was able to get up all that way because there was no resistance along the way. The only resistance he met was a female cop that wasn't expecting some crazy person to walk in with an assault with a rifle. So yeah, of course he was able to walk right in. Again, if you had employees within this building that had handguns, at least he would be like, oh shit, they're shooting back.
Who lost her life working an extra job, puts her life on the line every day.
That is really sad,
extra
though, for that
security
cop.
And gets gunned down. All we know is that she's a woman. They didn't tell me the age, but they're grieving, and the mayor and the top NYPD brass Sean are out there at the hospital where they're going to meet with families. And as you know from being in Midtown, these people, you know, come everywhere. People come here for big jobs. So we don't know the ages of these people who died while at work. So their families might be in other states right now watching the news thinking, I hope they're okay. They might not have been able to get a hold of their family members. All they can see on the TV is this scene here, you know, with the crime scene tape and the blockade. So we're going to try to get more information on those who lost their life. The gunman, not to report his name, has been identified by authorities. The FBI's here, and they're trying to figure out, you know, why he came here in the first place. So we'll keep you posted.
All right, Alexis, so we have one officer dead and 4 civilians, and the shooter himself is also dead. Our prayers are with the 4 families and, of course, the family of this officer. Stay there, Alexis. We'll get back to you. Hey, Sean Han.
Yeah, that's actually really sad. That pisses me off.